Greetings, Caden warriors and trolls.
It's been a long time. I've been really busy being dead.
I'm Kevin, and this is 11 Elden Things in Elden Ring's snow areas. We'll be covering the Forbidden Lands, Mountaintop of the Giants, and Consecrated Snowfield in this one. As always, the rules are in the description. You have 10 seconds to skip to the map-only timestamp if you want. Feel free to explore the map there, but for everyone else, let's get to the list. Here is your area overview. In the entirety of the snow areas, there is one Everjail, 2 sacred tiers in the 3 churches. I will note that this church has a Somberstone 3 bell bearing, 2 Remembrance Islands, 2 Rise Towers, which this Rise Tower requires you to have the Gargoyle Spirit Summon, which you can get from this location in Raya Lucaria, 3 Ruins, which this ruin has a Smithing Stone bell bearing 3, 1 Ore Tunnel, 2 Erd Trees, 4 Catacombs, which this catacomb has a Glovewort 2 bell bearing, 2 Caves, and 1 Fort. With all of that, let's move on to the actual list. The first thing we're covering is night-based encounters. At these 4 locations, you'll be able to get either the Ash of War Phantom Slash, Death Ritual Spear, Night Cavalry set, or the Explosive Ghost Flame spell. I will note that at this location, the enemy you fight can actually be fought during the day. However, I wasn't sure if this was a bug because the enemy you fight is typically only fought at night. In order to prevent any dating of this video in case there's a patch, I decided to include this just to be safe. But yeah, head to those locations if you're interested in these items. For number 2, we're going to be covering this small entry area of the actual snow areas. On the side, I will have several items within this area that you will be able to get. Actually, it's basically all of the items that you'll be able to get. However, I am going to be focusing on the Ronin set specifically. Here you'll be able to find the NPC that drops you the Ronin set. You will need to have had progress in Yura's questline in order for the NPC to actually show up. I cover how to get to this point in the Altus Plateau video, but to briefly sum things up, you need to talk to Yura at these 3 locations in Limgrave, interact with his summon sign on this bridge at the Raya Lucaria Academy and talk to him there, and talk to him in this church at the Altus Plateau. Once you've done all that, the NPC that gives you this set will actually be at this location. Now, there's 2 ways to actually get the set from the NPC. You could have progress in the Frenzy questline, which requires you to go into the Frenzied Underground and interact with the event that happens through this door, or you can just kill the NPC outright and get it early. There's no real penalty for doing so. For number 3, we're going to be covering this upper middle area of the snow areas. This is the top left of the Mountaintop of the Giants specifically. Here are the items that you will be able to get in this area. They're all on the side, but I am going to be focusing primarily on the Primal Glintstone Blade. Now, this is a charm that when equipped reduces spell FP costs by 25%, and raises maximum HP by 15%. The way to get this is actually through a puzzle via a special spirit summon. You will need the jellyfish spirit summon in order to actually do this encounter. If you haven't gotten it before, you would have had to have gotten it in Stormhill. Talking to the person in this shack will let you get the jellyfish summon. And if you missed it there, you should be able to talk to the same NPC in the hub area, who is the spirit smith lady. If you can't get it at either of these locations, you may have gone too late into the game and you no longer have access to it, in which case you're going to have to wait for New Game Plus. I'm sorry to say. I'm sure everyone already knows about this. Lots of YouTubers have mentioned it before, but I figured I would cover it. Summon the jellyfish spirit here will complete the encounter and allow you to go downstairs and get this special charm. I will also mention, since we are in this area, in order to move Millicent and Corin's quest further, you will have had to talk to him here and here. One is up on top of the bridge, one is deeper below. You do not get any items specifically from talking to them at these locations. It's just important to move the quest forward. I thought I would bring it up, but it's not worthy of a point itself. For number 4, we're going to be covering the painting that is inside of the large structure in this area. Going up to this painting will reveal a location where you will have to travel here, and coming here will award you with the Great Hood. For number 5, we're going to be covering this right portion of the Mountaintops. On the side here are the items that you'll be able to find in this area, but we're primarily going to be focusing on this region around the fort. Here at the fort, you'll be able to get the Ash of War Prelate's Charge, which is the Ash of War that embodies every New Englander who hates shoveling, the One-Eyed Shield, and the Giant's Prayer Book, which will unlock new spells if you give it to a miracle teacher. For number 6, we're going to be covering this bottom portion of the snowy area. On the side, here are the items you can get in this area. They should be pretty easy to find, but the one item that is out of place here is right here on the top of the mountain. This item is the Crimson Whirl Bubble Tier, which is a wondrous physic piece that allows you to convert some damage back into HP. This is the only item that is completely out of the way in this area. You have to go up and all the way around just to get this item. And it's very annoying that this is the only thing that's there. But yeah, once you've gotten that and all the other items here, feel free to move on. Number 7 is going to focus on the transition from the mountaintop upper region of the snowy area to the lower left region of the snowy area. Now you will need the secret medallion in order to access this other region. One half of the secret medallion was given through the Albinarch quests in the area underneath the cliffside in Liurnia. Go up to this location, you'll be able to get half. The other half can be found in the same structures area that we found the painting of this area. It's up here at the top of the map. Once you have the two halves, you can go to the elevator, and instead of using the regular pieces, you can switch to using the secret medallion. This will take you to a lower floor. Well, you'll enter a secret catacombs connected to the snowfields. In this catacomb, you'll be able to get the Silver Scarab, Spelldrake Talisman +2, and the Black Flame Monk Almond Death Summon, along with a death root. Exploring this catacomb requires a leap of faith. If you have prism stones, it will be good to drop them, as when they get stuck in the ground, they shine. It'll allow you to illuminate the path without you falling, or you could be an absolute Chad and just walk without any guidance. But yeah, you drop off around here, enter the secret path, and feel free to collect your items. For number 8, we're going to be traveling into the Consecrated Snowfield, into this first area. And I gotta say, this area is just great. What? Yeah, not gonna lie, this place is terrible. In this snowy hell, you will be able to blindly skitter around. Going left and forward, you'll be able to come across this grace. And then northwest of this location, you should be able to find the graves where you'll be able to get the Rotten Battle Hammer and the Rotten Twisted Helm. Aside from this, I've marked 2 locations where there are traveling carts in this area. At the traveling carts, you'll be able to get St. Trina's Torch and the Flowing Curved Sword. I'll let you find the items listed on the bottom on your own, but if you're having trouble finding the second catacomb that's in this region, just go back to the first catacomb and hug the right wall of the cliffside until you find the second entrance. It is very far down, but you will eventually find it.
Oh, buddy, we already fought crabs every day this week.
But I love crabs.
So, what do you want to fight now?
Crap. It's what we're fighting. For number 9, we're covering the upper left region over here. On the side, you'll be able to see the other items you can get in this area, but we are going to focus on this item here behind the large tree structure. Here, you'll be able to get the Stalwart Horn Charm +1. Aside from this, up here, you'll be able to complete an encounter where you will get the Sanguine set. Number 10 is also in this region at the Northern Church. Now, this isn't necessarily for the item reward, as it is to complete the questline that we've mentioned in a prior video. The questline that I mentioned in the early Liurnia Lakes video, where you talk to the Albinarch woman, requires you to transport her to a different area to the north. Now, this is that location. You'll be able to summon that spirit here, and you will be rewarded with a smithing stone that allows you to max out a weapon. These max smithing stones are limited number in the game, so it's definitely good to probably get this on your trip. And it's definitely something you could have missed, so I figured I would mention it. The 11th and last thing we're covering is this region that includes everything on the river inwards towards this little pocket. Now on the side I have all the items you can get in this area, but I want to focus primarily on the item here. Now this item is not actually in this town structure that is here. You have to go back and around, and underneath the ramp area you will be able to find the black knife set. Which a cool thing about this armor set, if you wear it, it actually reduces the amount of noise that you make when you move. It's very neat. It's a very cool armor set. Definitely something I would pick up. Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I never really know what to say here. I hope the video was both entertaining and informative for you all. If you're interested in updates I have for the channel, stick around to the end because I'm going to discuss that after we switch to the dots only map. If you only care about the map markers, pause now. For those who skipped ahead and everyone else, here's the dots. Feel free to explore around as you wish. Sorry for taking so long to make this video. I've been all over the place lately. I'm still working on the series and I'm working on other stuff at the same time. I'm currently working on the Haligtree video and some indie horror videos that I plan on posting soon. Thanks for sticking with me. Thank you everyone for your support. I'm hopefully back. We'll see what happens. I'll try to post more regularly now. But yeah, as always, thanks for watching. Remember to feed Torrent, praise the ring, and I'll see you in the next one.
Peace.